Oh boy, indeed. Well, that's my quota of chat participation for the month done. I can just cut stream. Let's go! I'm joking, we have an important stream today. Good shout. No, not good shout! I know you want to, but control yourself, please. I don't think any of us could withstand that. Yes, I did see your question. As you can imagine, I haven't really had time to think about it yet, but I will, and I'll give you your answer, my answer before going to bed, so you can do something with it while I sleep. Time zones, everybody. Despite the audio trouble that we've had last time, there's still some footage that was salvageable, and Atlas managed to make a recap video, so...
Previously on the DUNN SMP.
Okay, keep going. In a bit more. Almost there. There you go. Now, I'm not, a complete and utter bad person, so I will give you a few last words if you wish.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I have loved you all. Ethan, you better bury my memory deep because I'm haunting your dreams and every breath of air in your lungs, I swear. I love you all so much. I am so sorry. Atlas and Leon, please look away.
No.
Averna,
No.
I'm so sorry. Gonna Arion Bogerlas, I am so sorry.
That was truly beautiful.
Luke,
Wasn't
I'm
it?
sorry.
Fantastic. Beautiful. Jay. Pull.
You have to.
Pull the lever, Jay.
You have to. I love you all. No.
Oh. Do you all understand now? Jay, send Luke a couple million blocks back that way, would you? Thank you very much.
What? Ethan, why are you doing this? Why the fuck are you doing this?
Because it doesn't matter, does it, Luke? I've been saying this since day one. Doesn't matter. None of this does. Mary.
You really enjoy destroying everything we care about. Be it builds or people. But everything isn't gone. Haven't quite had the time to rebuild everything as I promised I would to his face, but I sort of have more important things to do, like remembering the dead. Once more. You know, I find it interesting because despite all of the destruction in the tavern, which is one of the most prominent gathering spaces, the underground section is completely untouched. And I feel like that means something. Excuse me. Well, I guess he's guarding the way back. That's fine. And the good news is that because Ethan has destroyed this place, quote unquote, he's likely never to come back, which means that this exit point at the very least is perfectly safe. Yeah, he's gonna have to try way harder than that. All right. Time to head to the funerals. I am still so angry. Of course, Ethan decided that the best course of action wasn't to kill the person that was clearly directly the cause for his potato farm destruction. No, he decided to go for somebody that would leave everybody else on their knees. My death wouldn't have had this impact, which is a cold thought to have. And I'm slowly getting used to that. What angers me most is that he's decided to pin it on me, which caused everybody else, well, everybody else, mostly Atlas and Leon, to turn against me. Can't really blame them, just... I wish someone would forgive me for being human and having emotions, rare as they are. But we'll manage, because we have to, because we've always managed before. I don't know how I'm going to survive those funerals. I'm already feeling my emotions swell up. That's bad. Because I'm going to have to be composed, at the very least have a certain level of decorum. And now it is being difficult. Come on. We've got this. Not for me, for Kevin. Hmm. How many tissues do I think I'm gonna need? Maybe I'm here a bit early. Oh, even. It's really not the same. Oh,
Hi, Sel.
hello, Jay.
How you doing?
Um, These two shall pass, is what I'd like to say. How are you?
Yeah. Hanging in there. Trying to keep Ethan at bay, the normal.
Oh, do you know if he has any intention of showing up
No.
today?
No. He will not. I told him it would be very distasteful.
I wasn't expecting this
And
argument to actually get to him, but at least if you're sure he's not going to show up, that's a relief.
yeah, I made sure to send him on a wild goose chase for some information, it might seem, or he's studying. I don't know. He might be drinking at this point. Or he's blowing something up somewhere else.
Hmm. I wanted to say that might not be the best moment, but I'm really sorry for the way I treated you when I saw you last time. I was panicking in a new situation and I was angry.
It's okay. I understand
Hmm.
that I don't have control of everything. Especially, the fact that I had to drop the anvil on Caoimhinn last week. I completely,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah, in a sense, I do understand that you don't have a choice, but it's sometimes a little difficult to keep in mind because you're very personable. And in a way I feel like we're somewhat similar in the sense that we're both struggling with having emotions. So in a strange way I do understand you.
Yeah. I was hoping Sal was gonna stop here. I don't know if he's gonna be here or not today.
I don't know. You know, we had a discussion with Sal and we started discovering a bit more about his past, and he was sitting right there, and Kevin was sitting right where you are now.
Well, I did watch her grow up in a sense. I saw her code was by years ago.
Hmm. Did you imprint some of it? Maybe? Like
Have to check
make
the
it yours in
label.
a way without even knowing?
I don't know.
Mhm.
I just saw her grow up into this strong from this little witchlet, this strong, beautiful witch, and I never would have thought that she would have been my friend. I thought I was just here to watch over all of you guys, and now here we are. Months later, I have a body, I'm a different color, Luke's not here. And she's gone.
But you got to meet her.
Yeah, I did. And I can't stop thinking that it's my fault.
It's not your fault.
But I should have just told you guys to leave. I should have just told you guys. Oh, God.
Oh, that's a rough start for him too, it feels.
Poor Leon.
Yeah.
And for Ethan to make everyone sit there and watch, I'll never. You're just so sick and twisted.
Well, it's a kind of power play in a sense. It wouldn't have been the first time that I've seen something like this happen. I'm sure he's learned from every conflict that happened in the server. unity makes strength. So, of course, he would try to divide us, and the best way to make sure nobody fights back is to utterly ruin their moral. So, or
But look at all
morale.
the people. He's just killed so many people.
Yeah.
And I could feel it. Like, I felt a part of me get lost that day. And everyone started dying.
Is that what happened? We saw that you lost a life too.
Maybe, I don't know.
'Cause
I
we...
don't know. I didn't think I was on a life system given the fact that, I am your console. It's like, what happens if I die?
And that's extremely worrying. But in a sense, maybe it's best that you do stay on Ethan's side, if only because you know nobody on our side is going to hurt you. And if he's not too completely stupid, he will keep you safe too.
Or he'll run me into the ground and kill me.
Hmm.
But, this isn't about me today. This is about honoring our beloved friend.
Yeah.
I feel like there's fluid by my eyes, but I don't know what it really is.
Well, welcome to your introduction to tears. I wish we could have introduced you to Tears of Joys first, but yeah, it's normal. Not everybody will be having this reaction, because sometimes grief comes delayed, but it's okay if you start
Grief.
crying now.
I'm just gonna go. I'll be back in a moment. I just need a second.
Understood. I'll be here. I'm wondering if it's best if I actually cry here. Or if my cold heart is gonna do that thing where it retards everything. Makes everything happen later. When it's just me and my thoughts. Because I know Kevin wouldn't have judged me if I didn't cry, but I don't know about the others.
I believe everyone is arriving.
Ah, here they are.
Huh?
Hi, Jay. Salamina.
Hi, April.
Good evening.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Jake.
Oh, Jake.
Oh,
Good
hi,
evening.
Jake.
What's with the Phantom of the Opera thing you got going on?
Hi, Amy.
Funeral practices from my homeland.
Hi, everyone.
Huh, fair enough.
Cover scars as best as possible.
Mhm.
You speaking, Jay?
No?
It doesn't appear
Oh,
to be.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
No, sorry.
Oh.
I saw you nodding your head. I wasn't
Okay,
sure
don't
if you
worry
were
about
talking or
it.
not.
Oh, apologies.
There's a,
Right, I
Leon.
think this is everyone.
there's a few
Okay.
things in the barrel if you'd
Yeah.
like to go.
Oh, thank you.
Like the outfit.
Thank you. You're looking.
Same as usual. I know.
Way to dress up.
You meant to dress up for these things.
I believe it's nice to do that. Yeah.
Leon
wish I
and
had
I
known
left Lily of the
Mhm.
Valleys if you want to plant one for Kevin.
I also have copies of my reading here if anyone wants to follow along. Jake, you'll just have to listen to me, I guess.
Okay.
I I have
Was-
my speech as well, but I haven't made copies yet. I can later if you want, but
And then the plan later is after this, we'll go to mine and we'll have a quick look over at the will and maybe drop into the vaults as well. If for anyone that wants to join us.
Okay.
okay. Right.
You got this.
Huh.
Interesting timing.
Hmm.
Pathetic fallacy, I think it's called.
Ironic.
Right. Thank you all for being here today. We're here to honor Caoimhinn, my sister. You all knew her as Caoimhinn. But firstly, she was Fiachna to me. We were the ones to start magic use in our home. One day, we went mining and ran into a strange man. Sal, actually. He gave us netherwort and taught us to brew potions. From there, we experimented and taught ourselves more magic, which we shared with all of our people. Then we lost our parents. Fiachna stepped up and took care of me. She made sure that there was food on our table and that I was safe. She tried her best to bring love and laughter into our home. She even introduced me to Skahawk, who I grew to love. And she soon became my sister-in-law. But due to our parents' passing, our people looked to Caoimhinn to lead us. Factions around the world started to fear the magic we could do. She tried to keep me in the dark about everything, but I knew something was wrong. She was having meetings with our elders almost every night. And then the war began. I saw our people coming back wounded after every trip out, and I helped them heal, since I had the staff and the resources. Multiple factions started pushing closer and closer, to the point where the battlefield was at our doorstep. The last day I saw her, I had a bad feeling. She gave me 2 potions and told me to run and hide. And then she left. I did as she asked and hid, but Sal pulled me out of that mountain. I made my way across the battlefield, and I locked eyes with her, and she told me once again to run to safety. That was the last time I saw her for 300 years, believing she was dead. Our people blamed her for having to evacuate and losing the majority of our population. But she was just a child, and it wasn't her fault. She was a child, and she was in charge of leading an army. And she made a call not knowing what would happen. She was trying to protect us, and I let the pickaxe cloud my judgment, and I blamed everything on her. But it's not her fault. I told her once that I would never spend another 300 years alone. But I would now, if that meant I got to see her again. I just got her back, and it isn't fair. She forgave me after I betrayed her, when I didn't deserve it, because that's the type of person she is. She stocked the soup kitchen, the greenhouse, and the library for the entire valley to use. And she helped anyone she could. She was immensely kind and giving. And there's now a hole in this community where she used to be. She sacrificed her final life to protect us all, and let that not be in vain. I couldn't be more grateful to call her my sister. She's always been there for me, and I hope I can make her proud. I love and miss you more than you will ever know. I know we'll meet again, one day beyond the void. Until then, I will try to honor your memory as best as I can. Goodbye, my sister. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you. I'll give you a sec before I start mine.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, everyone, for being able to make it today. I know there's others here that will not be able to join us, but I want to thank you all for what you've done for me and Atlas and to everyone. So I have extra copies there if anyone else wants to keep one as well. In loving memory of Strange Caoimhinn, is buan níomh Kroga na Dinna. A brave act outlives the person. It pains me to write this. For me, it can only mean I have failed. In a time of tyrants and malevolent gods, today marks our darkest hour in Sun Valley, and for people who cherish peace all over the world. Today, we mourn the death of Caoimhinn, an unyielding great oak, sheltering Sun Valley in her tender shade. But tomorrow, and each day after, we must honor Caoimhinn's last wish. She asked us to do our best, to celebrate her life and the lives of those who are still with us. For us to continue to stand together, continue to protect, to understand, to love. On this difficult day, in these difficult times, it is in these moments that determine the direction of our story. Caoimhinn was everything. Her reach would touch every corner of Sun Valley. Her love for her friends and this place was boundless. So now we have been tasked to carry that boundless love, so it may not end. So we may see Caoimhinn again in those precious moments. Among the wandering brooks of the dark oak forests, in our fields amidst the autumn harvest, and in our hearts whenever we must do the impossible. Before I arrived here to this valley, I was so lost. For years upon years, I gave my body, my time, my life to become something greater. Honed every part of me so I can go out into the wilds and find my purpose. I was found as a child in the smoldering ruins of the outer villages. Any hope for a normal life laid in ash as raiders adorned in crimson sealed my fate. A frail, weak boy, another easy kill. But I was saved. A captain. Brave, honor-bound, loving. A force that stood against the cruel indifference of man. How could I aspire to be anything else? He took me in, not as a foundling, but as his own, taken me in and brought me into his life. Still to this day, the Order was the most beautiful place I have ever seen. Tradition etched in stone, epics carved in long tables, ballads echoed in those great halls. So I trained, day and night. Yet when I finally graduated, the man I wanted there to see me most was not there. I could not save him. I would bear his legacy, but I could not bear to stay any longer. All I had was my quest, to uphold peace wherever I went, honor the Knight's code, and find my purpose. But once again I was saved. The villagers spoke of a deplorable plot in the distant lands, and I rode out to Sun Valley. When I finally arrived, what I had found would change my life forever. Her. From then on I knew. She was my purpose. So I annoyed her, bought her silly gifts, did silly things, built alongside her. She might have regretted putting up with me at the time, but I'm glad she did. Back then I could not imagine my future without her, but now I must live for her, as will the rest of us. I could not save her. So before this day is over, before we depart on our own quests, before we face the future, let us take a moment. Remember her love, and remember her words. Ganairi on Boherlat, made the road rise to meet you. And now I ask you remember mine. Let us tame the savageness of man and make gentle the life of this world. Thank you. Thank you.
Now we invite anybody who wants to say anything to come up and say anything you'd like.
May I?
Yes.
Yep.
Caoimhinn. I saw your code come on the screen all those years ago and knew that you'd be special. You were a strong, beautiful, and truly loving little witchlet who ended up being one of the most adventurous, amazing, badass players I've seen in my time on this server. I was in awe of you and everything you would do. And never in all my years as your console would I have thought you'd be my first friend aside from Luke. You took me on my first adventure and showed me what true joy and friendship could be. And that the world's different outside a white box. You showed me not only my favorite color, but the beauty through the cherry blossoms and through the petals and more. You are my best friend. And I'm so sorry for what happened. And know that I will miss you, and know I will always hold you close to my heart, young witch. Thank you.
Does anybody else have anything they'd like to say?
Apologies for the weather, by the way. We should have put up a tarp.
It's okay.
We
Alright.
can't plan these things.
If that concludes any readings, or if anyone wants to join me in Atlas, we'll be going back to my house, and I'm just going to collect a few things for before we read Keevan's will. If anyone would like to join us.
If it's all right, I'd like to leave something with her graves here.
Yeah, that'll be fine. I think there's item frames in that barrel as well. If you want to leave it in. Thank you.
Shall we go?
Let's get out of this rain.
Yeah.
How you holding up, Jake?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Thanks. Know that.
You did too.
Guys,
It's a shame we don't even have a pub anymore.
Yeah.
The only other funerals I've ever been to in this world involved a pub, so this is even more heartbreaking.
Yeah.
How are you?
Oh. Not good, I don't think.
Hmm.
But
Not everything's caught up to you yet?
I'm used to death at this point.
I'd ask if it gets easier, but somehow I don't really want it to be.
It shouldn't.
Yeah.
Actually, I had something special in mind, but I just need to just grab them from the main room here, and then I'll bring us over. Also, if anyone needs to grab any snacks or anything, if you want to come to the kitchen, there's just stacks of food in here as well.
We're all right, yeah.
Don't exactly have the stomach, but thank you.
Yeah. So I have copies of the will here. I'm just gonna separate them in just that chest there if anyone wants.
It took us 60.
And I'll be reading this in somewhere I had built recently. So if you guys want to just follow me.
Okay.
Get out of here. Louis. So feel free to visit here whenever you think of her. I know that her ashes will be shared, but
Oh my god.
Beautiful, Leon.
Oh.
Thank you. Alright. Witches, last wishes. This serves as the last will and testament of Caoimhinn, formerly Fiachna, Strange Caoimhinn. If I don't make it back from where I've gone, just know I loved you all the entire time.
To whom it may concern, or whoever drew the short straw in reading this, I am so very, very sorry. I have written and rewritten my will every time we're going out someplace dangerous. And each time, someone gets added, or some other treasure I forgot about gets added in. I don't know how I died while I'm writing this. I can only hope that it was surrounded by friends or doing something spectacular. would be a real shame if after this incredible life that I have lived and loved, it would come to an end by doing something stupid. If I died doing something noble, then I hope my essence will come back to witness the look on Luke's face as I out-heroic him. I joke, of course. I know what we're about to do. And I am well aware of my decision. Should this mission be compromised, my only intention is the safety of my family. Ethan will not let us live if he catches us, so the only insurance I have is to ask for a favour and see if I can bide time for you all to get out. Anyway, on to who is getting what of my fortune, and if I did not have the chance to say goodbye, I wish for this to serve as an opportunity to remember me as I was. I have loved you all, in this life and the next. Stealth. I'm afraid I don't know you too well. You have the makings of greatness, my dear. You just need to reach out and take it. In the next life, I should greatly enjoy befriending someone like you, just to give them the incredible gift of a humble lighter. So sleep well at night, Stealth. You are making your own peace. Avril, to my dear friend and confidant, I thank you for teaching me about how magic transcends the laws of nature and for the incredible knowledge of the void beyond us. My dear friend, you know the power of alchemy better than anyone, and so I hope that the spell circles I have drafted will serve you better than they did me. Thank you for sharing your knowledge openly and willingly. You are always forgiven in my heart, so could you do the same for me? Please don't be angry with what was ultimately my choice. Finishing the library was the only regret I have of our time together, so will you finish it for us, old friend? Sal, you better come try find me in the void when all is said and done, because I very much still have words and questions for you, sir. I charge you to ensure Leon does not follow behind me of his own accord or recklessness. And yes, of course, I leave every bit of netherwort that I have across my various potion rooms, because I think that is fitting, old man. Thank you for your guidance, and even though you forget, you had a lasting impact on my story. I hope you'll lead me through one more obstacle as I move on to something much more scary, being a memory. And you sweet, sweet thing, I have a small job for you. There's a forest of beehives on top of the nether roof. Will you do me a massive favour and take care of them? I don't think they know how to puke up as much honey as you, and they're going to need a helping hand. I've left you pollen pods for your hair so it'll help it stay fluffy. Just check the barrel by the front door. And as a last act, I'm formally passing on the title of DUNN to Luke Leon. So, my honey drop, you've got a whole big task ahead of you. Ethan, I was always meant to leave you a certain chest of explosives, but given where you are now, my old friend, please come back to us. You were happiest when you were digging up treasures, so where have you gone now? I hope that even in this state, you'll reach out a hand for a certain horse that misses you. Speed is in the stables behind Leon and I's house. I know he's not your dear Meth, but I hope you'll look after him all the same. Salamina. Hello, my dear. We had a very short time together, and in that time, you helped push my magic more than anyone, save for Avril. You are a true delight to have known, but you seem to carry a dark cloud with you. I guess it takes one to know one. And while I can't leave you anything that you would particularly want, I leave any of my court documents, my diaries, messages, and paintings in your care, archivist. I charge you to take care of the library as I have done. When Avril is not there, make sure Whoopi is fed and stays put. I hope I'm not asking too much. Read my stories, my diaries. Share them if you want. I ask that you try and keep my memory alive, as as best you can. Jake, you madman. You were the bane of my mind for some time with the tools there. But at the end of all things, I thank you for ridding my mind of them. I imagine it would be cruel to leave you with all my gold, but I think you of all people would see the humour in that. And I know that you hate to be suspicious, but damn if your gut feeling is rarely off. Really should have listened when you said to run. You made us all laugh so much in the darker days, and you were a welcome reminder of what laughter and fun and humour actually was. You are always and truly wanted. Best of luck, Jester. You're one of a kind. Amy, I would say it's been an honour and a privilege watching you grow, but really it was you who watched me. I will never forget that lesson in the swamp, and you growing that beautiful tree from a wee sapling. You were patient in my ignorance and forgave the hurtful words I said when we first met. And so, in forgiveness, I pray that you will continue what you have always done and look after our world, our magic, our essence. We are old and from a forgotten time. Please guide Luke, use your years to teach Sel, help a hand to Leon, and be a beacon for Atlas. There is nothing I could leave to help with the years before you, but should you need it, the greenhouse is filled with my plant collection. Use it as you wish, and pay a visit to the Temple of the Scythe. The energy in there could heighten your abilities as it's clean green magic. I would have taken you myself one day, my dear friend. Jay, never did I think that I would meet our consul. You are a marvel, my dear. I can only apologise for what I said on our last meeting, and I pray you won't hold it against me for too long. I know for definite there is nothing of material worth that I could leave to you, so as the person with the most amount of memory storage, I leave to you all the memories that we have built together. You have shown me how to stand up to something that is bigger than myself. And while I don't know where you are now with Luke gone, I hope that you will find your way back to the people who see you for you. Not a tool, not a machine, but a life. I want nothing but happiness for you in the future, my dear friend. So keep your eye out, and maybe someday you'll see my code whiz by on my way beyond the void. Mr. Smith, you, sir, are one puzzle and a half. Thank you for all your help in everything that you've been doing this past little while. It would be wrong of me to ask you to take care of some of my bees, as I know they caused you some stress sometime back in a certain boat. So instead I'll ask that you look out for Atlas. I have no doubt in my mind that this is what you would always do. I'm just not sure as to what material objects I could leave behind for you, except for some elytra and tridents should yours go missing. Maybe you could ask Leon to go halves on one of my iron chests. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. That being said, I do hope that your mob farms continue to produce and Ethan doesn't touch them. My friend, I thank you for everything. Please be sure Atlas does not follow behind me. She has a life here now. Atlas, Mudra 4, my sister. I'm so sorry to leave you again. It seems death will still come for us no matter how many times we escape it. I cheated our enemies out of their canon lives, but there are no enemies here anymore, and so my penance ends. My sister, miss me, but let me go. Don't hang on to what could have been. We have so little control over death. You're not supposed to have control over my death here now. This was my choice. Thank you for the opportunity to make new memories. Thank you for finding me. Thank you for your forgiveness and bridging the gap in our timelines for what has happened all these years. I will miss you terribly, but we will meet again at the end of all things, but not yet. You have a whole lot of life left to live first. take it and run. I know there is nothing I could leave for you that would be enough. So, I hope some of my valuables will aid you as you continue on. I leave all my potions, ingredients, wands, enchanted books, research books on new potions, some of which do need to be finished. It's not enough, and it'll never be enough, but I hope it can be a start. Of course, the apothecary and its contents go to you, as well as anything that I was working on in the library. I never wished that you would have to face these years alone, but your winters will pass quickly. Find solace in those who love you that are still here. You're not alone anymore. I will wait for you beyond the void, and maybe one day you'll join us. I've gone home. And the universe said, I love you. And the universe said, you have played the game well. And the universe said, everything you need is within you. Leon, my heart, my dearest love, how lucky am I to have stumbled arseways into you? Words will never be enough. I didn't get enough time to say every soft word meant for you, share every laughter, and reminisce on kinder times. Our time together would never be enough, even with another 100 years. So, I will get this part over with. Everything that is left in the vault, all the houses, every build, and penguin is yours. You never cared much for wealth, but the vault has my history and things that I worked on in my life. We had fun together, didn't we? We loved and burned and ran and danced. We built to the sky's limit and way down into the dark earth. Fought monsters and friends. We lost loved ones and found new ones, both tears and laughter. All this and more is what I want you to continue doing. Don't live with the burden of what could have been. Remember what has already been. In mine and Atlas's culture, it is customary that when someone that you love deeply passes on, that you carve them a tombstone. In this case, given what is going on in our world at the moment, I don't want this. Just cremate me, please. I don't want any permanent structure to be left behind that yourself or Atlas or anyone else will feel guilty about leaving and not visiting when it's not safe. Besides, in a sick way, mine's already in the crypt in the garden. So, just cremate me. I've gone home now, and I hope that one day, no time soon, I will get to hold you again there, in a kinder place, where we won't leave each other, and we won't have to say goodbye again. And the universe said, the darkness you fight is within you. And the universe said, the light you seek is within you. And the universe said, you are not alone. Luke, my operator, my oldest friend, and my favorite verbal punching bag. I pray you are found soon. After the tournament, it was like watching the entire earth fall out beneath us. You were our rock after your transgressions with the tools, and of course, you've paid that price time and time again. My comrade, use your time. Gather resources, keep your ear to the ground. My bees know to look out for you on the horizon. They could help. We built something together. It will take more than my death to make that crumble. Be the North Star you have always been, guiding us home when we get lost. I can't leave anything to you. You would prefer a life returned. That's who you are. Can't turn the clock back on this one. I'll ask that you make a sweet drink in my memory if you must end up in a pub somewhere. Gather your people and make a plan as you always do. Listen and seek counsel before acting. My guide, my teacher, my friend. From me, your ally and confidant, thank you for the adventure. And the universe said, I love you because you are love. And the game was over, and the player woke up from the dream. You are the player,
wake up.
Right. Guess that only leaves one last thing to do. I'll open the vault for anyone whose items are in there that Caoimhinn has left for us, and yeah.
Take your time if you need a moment.
Hammering good.
Why?
Well,
Looks good.
in Elven tradition, someone of importance dies. We shield ourselves from the light since the light of their life has ended.
That's really beautiful.
Very nice.
She was a very important person. So
Yeah. Alice?
You okay?
yeah, fine.
I was wondering where you were.
I was just reading it again. Oh.
But I don't want to break this.
Leave it to Kev to leave me with things to think about.
Jake,
Don't think there's a ladder, buddy.
Figure it out.
do you have fireworks?
Yeah. Oh, there's a ladder. I've fallen down there before.
Key card number 10. Just number 10. Are you number 9?
I'm down here in forever.
Well, let's see if I remember.
I think we
So
came
use this
here the
thing.
first time I came here.
You throw it in the water.
Ah,
It's been so long already.
right. So there's 2 levels in here. So there is some of the literature here of Caoimhinn's adventures. What's in these? Potions for Atlas and any fellow alchemists here.
Thank you.
Totems of Undying. She killed a lot of pillagers. That's Ethan's TNT. Plants for Aimster.
So,
Iron and some extra emeralds and
you-
minerals here.
Yes.
Hmm.
I'll get to it, thank you.
Sets of armor. And up here, there is more. I'm just gonna take that out. Got the Caoimhins. We'll let that stay Caoimhins. And this is a lot of her building materials and enchantment stuff
Yeah.
for anyone that's interested. Yeah. No, I held on to that. She told me before, just in case.
Okay. Well,
Huh?
Uh,
I was told I get tridents and elytras, but I don't see any tridents.
I don't know.
They
I
might
don't
be
know what you mean.
downstairs.
maybe
No,
they are
I looked
Unless someone
downstairs.
upstairs.
unless someone's hoovered them
Said
all up
what the
already.
sign was
Oh
for.
my.
Yeah.
How are
I
you
give it-
dealing with your grief and everything?
Sorry, I got distracted by that
It's okay.
box.
That must have been Ethan's originally.
Not great.
I've never dealt with this, that's why I ask. I'm kind of new to that.
Right. I'm not really the person to ask about this right now, so maybe you should try somebody else on that.
Right. Well, I don't really have a reason to close this for today. So, if
It's
anyone
me.
needs to run some errands or anything like that, just hop into mine or just come on over, I guess.
I have to go do some errands for you know who, so it was a pleasure. And again, I'm so sorry for your loss. For our loss.
Stay safe, Jay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Okay. That leaves most of the items on the docket.
I'll make this quick because I know I'm probably the last person you want to hear from right now. But I made these compasses and attached them to a lodestone in where I'm staying, where I was coming from to the ravine. I can guess how you feel about me, but if you ever need help, I should be there.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Probably not gonna take the rest of what's in that chest. Because we've seen how that ends.
Man, this is like probably the first time I've ever not wanted to take stuff from Caoimhinn, if I'm being honest.
It's
Feels
okay.
weird.
You'll snap out of it.
Hopefully.
Cruel twist of fate.
Leon, will you be leaving the doors here open or will you be closing them again?
I can leave them open. Don't think anyone particularly wants to, I don't know, take something that's not theirs, but I'll be at the house later as well. It's just that me and Atlas are going to be out for maybe an hour or two before we're back.
Understood.
So I'll leave that open. It should be fine for today. But afterwards, I'll just close it up. And if anyone needs anything, just come on by.
Okay. Take care of yourselves, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember to stay safe out there and listen to Caoimhinn. Thanks, guys. You ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she would stockpile wood. Even that, she managed to flex. Well, I have things of my own to do before the end of this day. Dark cloud, huh? Good evening. I'm going to repair that path. Just to annoy Ethan. He doesn't get to just destroy everything and take people away. Guess this one's only for you. Dear Caoimhinn, where to start? You've been a friend to me this entire time, despite how guarded I have been. I'm sure you knew. You've watched me adjust to my new life here, and you smiled knowingly the whole time. How much did you actually know? How much did you let me keep close to the chest? I appreciate the courtesy anyway. I've always admired your fire. You reminded me of my big sister, but fiercer, sharper. I would have loved to spend more time with you, to show you my true colors. I think we would have had fun bouncing off of one another. I am furious and devastated at your death. It's unfair, it shouldn't have happened. A stroke of bad luck and a hope that your goodwill would always be rewarded, betrayed. I will miss you. You've left many without direction, and the people closest to you blame me. I can't hold it against them. Of course, I feel a part of it is my fault. I was just so unused to these emotions, to how gripping they were, how red everything became. I didn't pause to think, didn't take the time to cool off and reassess. I could not let anyone step on my neck like Ethan did, and I lashed out too soon. Is it truly such a curse to feel emotions like you all do? Atlas is a volcano of those emotions, and everyone forgives her. But one of my outbursts gave Ethan a reason to take your life. How was I to know? How could I have avoided this? I wish I could have saved you. I have so much to tell you, apologies to make, so much pain to share. I feel robbed of all of the joy we should have known still. But I'll make sure as many people as I can know those joys one day. I won't stop until Ethan's put down. I swear to you, so you can rest easy, my friend. Look down on us now and again, will you? I'll see you in every mushroom on the path, in every fallen cherry tree petal, in every bee and beam of sunlight. I will bring your memory with me, always. So please, inspire me in my times of pain. I can only hope to have your strength one day. Forever yours, until the end of the road. Your friend that should have gotten to show herself to you, Selemina. I'm going to leave that with you. As a secret, as a book, as I do. I'll miss you. I'll miss you so much. I'll try to make you proud. I'll really do my best. Even if it's hard. For you, I'll try. For you, I'll try. I'm crying. Blah. As I talked about in lore, delay in emotions. It all hit me at the end. Yeah. I'm sorry if we've had some sound issues at the very beginning of the prereq. I don't know yet exactly all the settings to be able to hear a video without it like playing through my computer and then being picked up by the audio of my computer and playing again. I'll figure it out though. It seems that every time it regards Kevin's death, the sound goes fucking. Yeah. Thank you, Kev. You were perfect. Shut up. I hope people showed up in the Discord, in the dungeon, to be able to interact with you, because I think you were over there too, so. Sobbing here. Oh no! It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna send you guys over to Atlas. I just remember I have the power to raid. And I hope you keep crying for a bit longer. Love you guys. Take good care of yourselves, okay? Oh no, I forgot that it's gonna do the music. Oh, Atlas, I am so sorry. Well, I'm sending you as a Victory Royale song over to Atlas. She is going to hate me. Oh, she turned it off. Good God, thank you. All right, go, go, go.